You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere on YouTube and the iHeartRadio app. Come join the YouTube party at Mr. Mo Kelly. We have more than 100 people joining in the chat right now. And joining us in studio, as you can see him on YouTube, is Nick Poliokini. What is up with you, Nick?
I gotta say, I feel so professional now. I even had my own, lower third. And,
yes.
The things that are happening on YouTube, if you are not following at Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube, you're missing out.
We're changing radio as they think of it.
No, and I think it's perfect because you get so much more from this. And that you've always wanted to see the BTS, the behind the scenes, and now you're getting that in real time. So I can't complain about it.
It's almost like we have a live studio audience.
Exactly.
In a way we do.
Right.
But you don't get to interact with people on TV.
Exactly.
But this is how people will be consuming content going forward. It won't be radio. It'll just be content, video, and audio.
Yeah, because the funniest part is big shout out to Gabby, my barber down in in Long Beach, because you get to see I have no hat on this time.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows, and it's so funny because Daniel's like, oh, you got a new fade. I see what's up. And I was like, no, because everybody's been messing with me on social saying you need a haircut.
So you got a fade because what, you're dating Taylor Swift?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You've met my husband, but yeah. That doesn't mean it is 2025, so I can have a husband and be dating.
You can't.
Taylor
I'm just
Swift.
saying you got the fade like
right.
Travis Kelce.
No, I feel you. I'm a little thicker than Travis, but it's all good.
I was just talking about the hair.
No, I understand. It can be 2 C's on the thick. We're good.
Ooh.
Oh. Right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Okay, let's go into it. So let's talk pickles like we started.
Let's talk pickles.
So if you are familiar, it started out somewhat as a April Fool's joke because it launched with Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen on April 1st. Mm-hmm. And it was an entire Popeyes pickle menu for pickle people available for a limited time. And we may have just found out exactly how limited that time may be. But it is actually sauced and tossed with the pickle.
Careful now. Careful now.
I didn't say what kind of pickle. It's dill. Anyway.
I'll leave that alone.
It's fine. I mean, you can figure out the bread and butter if you need it. It's up to you. Anyway. So they not only have their bone-in wings and their boneless, unboned.
I said careful.
They have their bone-in and boneless wings. They also have their sandwich, which premiered a couple of years ago. They had fried pickles, and they have 2 different kinds of lemonade, frozen and regular with pickle juice in it. All of them, the 3 locations, 2 in Burbank, Hollywood Way, and over by downtown Burbank, and then the one in North Hollywood on Victory. All 3 of them completely sold out of all of the pickle products.
Really?
Which is wild.
This is the thing? I'm just thinking there wouldn't be an audience for it.
No, and I think Tuala's tried it. And if you follow me, Nick Poliokini, This Week with Nick on Instagram, and Tuala Sharp, Mr. Tuala Sharp, you can see, because I kind of was checking in at every single location this evening as I'm booking it around before the show's starting, trying to get the chicken and trying to get the food for us. But so thank you to Popeyes because they already refunded me the order, which is wonderful.
I can't imagine putting pickle juice lemonade in my mouth.
So what's funny, it's at Disneyland, it's at Knott's Berry Farm, it's a thing, nationwide, but it's also at very, very popular tourist destinations over this last month. I think because they saw the popularity that was coming. But I mean, Disneyland has always had weird, they had the pickle corn dog, which was a pickle hollowed out with a hot dog in it. And then that all was deep fried in corn dog batter.
That sounds
was
like
available,
some LA County Fair stuff.
Which is not wrong because they had it at LA County Fair as well. That was last year. So, I mean, all this stuff is it's almost to the point where
I'm
Popeyes
not putting that in my mouth either.
It's fine. I will bring goodies that we will be able to enjoy. But a thing I will talk about that we did try, and I want Stefouche to jump in on this one. He and I, if you followed us on this past Saturday, we were at Pizza City Fest. Last week we talked about it.
Yes.
And if you look at the, at Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube, you can see he is wearing his special.
Yeah, stand up, Stefan, so people can see your shirt. Just move up just a little bit.
I need to see that rack, buddy.
There it is. Pizza City Fest.
Los Angeles. So that was 2 days this past weekend. He and I had an incredible time. We ate a lot, and I'm sure that you will be adding me in the chat, and I'm looking, trust me. Oh, I see Lana, Lori, the creamy one, Debbie. Oh, thank you, Debbie.
What is this, romper room?
Yeah, it pretty much is. I'm going down the line of and I'm getting compliments on my fade, and I can't complain with this.
It's interactive like that. You better get in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, so get in there at Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube. But anyway, we had a great time at Pizza Fest. So, it's well worth checking out. Hopefully, if we manifest it for next year, I really think that they should come in here, or maybe we should go there.
How many different pizzas did you try?
We tried 20 different pizzerias from around the Southland.
Okay, you didn't get like a full slice from each one, did you?
No,
Okay.
but we got, I mean, if you're, go ahead.
Oh,
I was going to say, no, I
No.
mean, a full slice of whatever they were serving.
You had 20 different slices?
We did.
I think I had like 18. I don't know.
Full slices?
Full slices, yeah.
I mean, put it this way. It opened at noon. I got there at noon. Stefan got there at 1. We lasted until 4 o'clock. It ended at 6.
This is just one day.
Just
day.
one day. No, it's 2 days that you
Right,
can
but
go.
you just
we just
had
went
that
one
18
day.
in one
Correct.
day.
Plus, we also had gelato. What else did we have?
Oh, we had like a cream cheese with honey. Oh, that was
yeah.
good.
They had farmer's cheese. Yeah.
Let me ask you, friend to friend.
Yeah, of course.
There's nothing like real Italian gelato.
Right.
Was it on that level?
It was on that level. And it's funny enough, it is something you can see on my socials, Nick Paleokini This Weekend with Nick, also 15-minute foodie. So the gelato was delicious. It is sourced here in Southern California. It is available for you at Whole Foods and Gelson's and a lot of the bougie places, but it is made from, so the two that we tried where they had a mint stracciatella, which stracciatella is pretty much chocolate chip ice cream.
I don't think bougie's ever been said on KFI. I just want to put that out there.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But we have Whole Foods across the street here, so bougie, yeah. I'm a Stater Brothers boy. Like, I'm an IE kid. Like, let's be real.
Adjacent.
Ain't nothing wrong. I came from the Alpha Beta and the.
Oh, you were dating yourself with Alpha Beta.
You're right. I'm gonna say.
Oh my goodness.
Do you remember Lucky's? Like,
Of course
let's go
I remember
the whole
Lucky's.
9.
I'm
We're
older than
definitely- Not by much.
Enough.
But anyway, so the stracciatella is chocolate chip ice cream with fresh mint. It was incredible, and it was not fresh spearmint in it. And then we had one that was raspberry, and they worked beautifully together. It was delicious. We had a good time. The farmer's cheese was interesting. That was a low lactose. So if you're at an event that's all lactose driven, like a pizza event, So that was a good time. We tried a lot of stuff, and
shout out to Laid Cookies.
Oh, Laid Cookies, a friend of the show.
LEID.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
LEI''D over in Culver City. Leilani and her husband, actually it was her husband's parents, mom and dad, who are huge fans of KFI and regular listeners to Mo Kelly, back from the Mo Kelly show days all the way through now. But they fed us with cannoli cookies, which were incredible. They were like little cannolis that were
Take the
broken.
cannoli.
Oh, so good.
Oh my God. It was so good.
That was a movie reference.
It's a movie reference. Yes. But that was amazing. So all of that stuff was incredible. Always you can check out things on social media. I'm all over the Southland. In fact, real quick before we go to break, tomorrow I will be having a kind of an account takeover, if you will, on social media. So La Mirada Theater has right now Legally Blonde, and they have Bruiser, who is the dog from Legally Blonde, who's actually, the dog's name is Ricky. We'll be taking Ricky around the Southland for the very first time because Ricky is here from New York. So I've never done a account takeover with an animal before. So Rochelle, his handler, and Ricky will be rolling with me in and around that. We're starting out at Pink's because, if you're going to take a dog out to get dogs, you go to Pink's Hot Dogs in Hollywood, and then
You gonna wait in line?
I got a couple of hookups. So,
Okay, all right.
I don't have a name on a dog there. I hope one of these days. Or maybe we could get the Later with Mo Kelly dog.
Okay.
I like
Make
that.
it happen.
I'm down for that. What would you put on your dog?
It'd have to have a lot of cheese on it, I think.
Don't laugh at your own jokes.
What does that mean?
Don't laugh
I
at
don't
your
know.
own
I don't know what it
jokes.
means. I have a question though.
It'd be
Yeah,
relish.
talk to me.
Have
It'd be
you,
relish and mustard.
Nick, have you and Foosh just started wearing sweatpants exclusively now? 20 pieces is impressive.
I don't know how you do it.
I mean, it doesn't mean like we could be the Greeks or the Romans and have a vomitorium.
Vomitorium,
see?
yes.
I was like, I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, we need to start giving out KFI feathers on the Friday movie quiz.
Oh, I like it.
It's funny, while you were talking about stuff having to do with the show, the YouTube chat, it's devolved into obscure references of shopping centers and
huge,
grocery stores
yeah.
from 1978.
This is great
Like
for our
Hughes
attention
Market.
span, isn't it?
Wait a second. Jesse Lozano, you're in the chat as well? Okay.
Yes.
That's a brother from another mother.
That's right.
From here at LA and
at
down in
iHeart,
San Diego
yeah.
at
Mhm.
iHeart. Okay, good to see. But yeah, so that's it for now. I've just kind of been all over the map with this, but it's all
The
been
show's
food to this
all over
point.
the mat. The chat is all over the mat. If you have an experience Later with Mo Kelly via YouTube, the video live stream, you get to see Nick Paleokini in the flesh. post 20 pieces of pizza eaten. I
You
don't know
can
how you
see
do it.
with the double chin.
I don't know how
the
you
post
can do that.
Look at Stefan and I. Like, both of us are rocking that extra pizza chin.
I
so.
love pizza. I got about maybe 6-7 slices in me on my best day.
Oh, no. So next year, okay, Pizza City Fest, if you're listening, you've got to get Later with Mo Kelly. If nothing else, just Mo himself. Because it was wild. And it started out raining on Saturday, if you remember. The clouds broke. We had a beautiful day. It's out at LA Live in downtown LA. And it is on the, it's on top of one of the West parking structure, which they do all of their outdoor events there. It was great. We had a really good time. Like,
Tell us
was
more
wild.
when we come back.
Sounds
We got to go to break real quick. Make sure that you like and subscribe at Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube. Check us out anywhere. We're all over on social media this weekend with Nick. We have so much more in just a moment. KFI AM 640 and YouTube. We're live everywhere in the world.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Nick Pagliocchini. What's up with Nick is on to tell us all what you do. Nick Pagliocchini. What's up with Nick is on with free 99 for you. Nick Pagliocchini. What's up with Nick is on to give us fun things to do around SoCal. What's up with Nick is on with Mo Kelly and his crew.
KFI and YouTube. It's Later with Mo Kelly, and we're live everywhere. Nick Pagliocchini still joins us in studio. Nick, where you want to pick up?
I will say this because Rosemary Hall in the chat on YouTube did ask about the gelato. It is Yuli's, U-L-I, Yuli's Gelato, and it is available at Gelson's, at Whole Foods, and also at Lazy Acres. So those are the three easiest places to find it. It's available other places, but just to answer that question, again, at Mr. Mo Kelly, if you're not following us on YouTube along, because this is a very involved group. In fact, I was looking at all the different things about the different pizzas, and somebody had said, even going back to when we were talking about supermarkets, Lori Coleman, chicken at Vons. My family, I'm a born and bred Inland Empire kid. So we always went just to Alpha Beta specifically for the chicken.
Alpha Betas.
Which is wild, right?
There was only one that I went to, and it was at the corner of Cabrillo and Sepulveda in Torrance.
Yeah, no, because I was going to say my grandparents were at Lomita and Crenshaw when I was a kid growing up. So
and Lomita and Crenshaw used to be a sleepy little street, and then all of a sudden it's turned into where they put Costco and all these other stores.
Right, and it's so funny because even it was the weirdest thing is and some people in the chat I already saw them talk about the Smiths came from Utah.
Yep.
And now it became a Vons and then a John's, Jon.
And I didn't understand because John's, like, it had the same logo as Vons.
Exactly.
And I thought it was some knockoff.
I'm not going to say it, but yes, that sounds about
brothers?
Right. Yeah.
Vaughn
seriously.
and John?
I'm all their cousins.
I know.
Something like that. Yeah. All right. Let's jump.
McDonald's and McDowell's.
Yeah. Ooh, I think we should do that. Later with Mo Kelly has McDowell. Okay, all right. That's a plan for another day. Let's jump into what's going down this weekend.
Okay.
It is May the 4th on Sunday. So that is something that is hugely popular, especially anything Star Wars related here. Later with Mo Kelly, it seems to be very, very popular. One of the more exciting things that's happening is going to be at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. And included with your admission, you will be able to experience things starting as soon as it opens at 10:30 in the morning. The thing that's interesting, I love this concept. So in the Disney Piazza, which is outside of the building, they're actually going to be doing a community mural where you can drop in and be a part of painting this mural that will become a regular install at the museum. So you can be a part of that.
That's cool.
Really cool, really fun, something that's different. It's something that Disney does in Walt Disney World, usually at Epcot, and it's something that theme parks and other different organizations around the country have picked up. So that's something that's going on. But you will be able to do an R2-D2 meet and greet in the Sidney Poitier Grand Lobby. All of this, there's tours going on of the facility 11, noon, 3, and 4. And this is happening on Sunday, so May the 4th. It starts at 10 a.m., and that all is included with general admission for you to go over to the Mid-Wilshire area where the Academy Museum is located. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit more, I don't know, I'm going to call it a little bit more niche because if you know what ILM means, which doesn't
Industrial Light
and Magic.
Yeah.
Correct. So that is now Neiman and Company, and it's in Van Nuys. The facility is still available. They will actually be doing a screening of Star Wars: A New Hope, and they'll also be doing tour of the original ILM or Industrial Light and Magic facility. So even though it's not under the Lucas family anymore specifically,
right.
You can still check it out because they do have a lot of the things that are left over. So that's a really fun thing. But it also looks like a lot of the original innovators from visual effects will be there. Dennis Murin, who is with ILM for many, many years. So that's an opportunity. And that one is pretty inexpensive. I was trying to track down the price because I know I saw it earlier. I don't think it's free 99. Do not think it's free 99. But it is relatively inexpensive. It's part of the My Valley Pass for the San Fernando Valley thing. So again, all of the details for this can be found at This Weekend with Nick and Nick Pagliocchini on Instagram and social media. Link in bio has all the details. There's also a May the 4th themed rave happening on Saturday. There is
A rave?
A rave, yes. I know.
Are drugs involved?
I mean, let's just say
It's a rave.
could be. But the thing that I love from it's only $17.85, which is a very odd price, but that's admission.
There has to be some sort of Easter egg reference.
Right. I was going to say there's got to be something there. Starts at 9:00, runs until at least midnight, if not beyond. I'm looking at the times on it. No, looks like it runs till 2 a.m. Happening in downtown LA. That's a lot of fun. Also, if you're into Lego, they are going to be having specifically at what is it called? Bricks and Minifigs is opening their newest location in Pasadena. And you'll be able to see some of the minifigs and also do some building there. They'll also be showing the original camera system from the original trilogy of Star Wars. So you can actually see a lot of how things were captured. There's a lot going on this weekend. I can't even begin to tell you. Yeah.
Well, we got to go to break, but also this weekend, we got to talk about Cinco de Mayo.
We do have to talk about Cinco de Mayo, and I've got a couple of crossovers between May the 4th and Cinco de Mayo or Revenge of the 5th.
Right.
And even some more stuff. So
that means you got to hang around for another segment.
If you will have me, I will be here.
All right, then you got to stay here. And also you got to stay on the YouTube channel. It is picking up and people are having a great time in the chat. I can't describe it to you. You have to experience it for yourself. You have Stefan responding. Nick Pagliocchini is responding. I am responding. So you get to interact with the show. I don't know if there's any other way or any other show that you can interact in real time just like this and actually see us and also respond to what we're seeing and see what we're saying.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, this is so much fun, and it's such a unique way for us to interact with you because if we don't open the phone lines like we do on Friday, this is something that you get that's very special and very exclusive to Later with Mo Kelly here on KFI.
And when we're bumping around social media, it's dependent upon us looking and finding for your comment. You don't necessarily know what we look like generally when we're doing the show, but now you can see our facial expressions as Mark Ronner tells his very bad jokes or Stefan talks about.
Hey now.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
And Nick Pagliocchini joins me in studio. We're live on YouTube. We're live on the iHeartRadio app. And just want to let you know, we are doing a video stream right now on YouTube. But in the coming, days or maybe a week or so, we're going to be simultaneously live. And I'm probably talking out of turn by just, getting out in front of this. But we're going to be live on Instagram. We're going to be live on TikTok.
That's great.
And that's in addition to live on YouTube. We're going everywhere, man.
Well, the best part is once we go live on those, if I'm out at an event, while I can't be on the radio, I can easily join Later with Mo Kelly from an event, which I do all over the Southland on a regular basis. I can join at any time on the commercial breaks, which is great because then we all can interact and you can interact with us on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. And get even a special bonus that you're not even hearing here on KFI and on the airwaves.
We're going to be live everywhere. That's why I just say live everywhere. Yes, iHeartRadio. Yes, YouTube. Yes, TikTok. Yes, Facebook. Yes, Instagram. Yes, Your Mama House. Yeah. All of them.
Your Mama House is a little old school.
That's right.
I can hear the changing of the dial.
Go help her out. Have it cast to the TV. But we talked about May the 4th, as in May the 4th be with you.
Indeed.
And there's also Revenge of the 5th or Cinco de Mayo.
Right. And that's going to be so much happening this weekend. In fact, Cinco de Mayo, if you are familiar with Olvera Street, they have their usual fiesta that'll be happening. That is free 99. You know we love it.
Hey.
There we go. I was going to say, hold on, Stefan. Where we go? Okay. So Olvera Street Fiesta is going to be from 10 until 6 on Saturday, but it is a little challenging for parking. And that's the only thing you're going to pay for. Once you get in there, it is an incredible time. Such a good experience. Cinco de Mayo Family Day will be on Sunday as well for the 4th. And then you've got stuff going off all over the Southland. So you have the Rose Bowl celebration happening on Saturday. You've also got the Venice Cinco de Mayo parade that'll be happening. Downtown Downey Festival, which, related or not, is going to be happening for you. And then you've even got stuff going on if you want to go to, the Citadel outlets off the 5. You've got folklorico performances happening, and different food vendors will be there. Looking to go down to my neck of the woods, Cinco de Mayo aboard the Queen Mary is always fun, and they've got the Mariachi Festival at Harry Bridges Park, which is over in kind of like the Pedro, Lomita, Torrance area. Also, this is not me, as you have seen on YouTube. I am not the boy that's going to be doing a 5K, 10K, 15K, or a half marathon, but there is Cinco de Mayo activities happening all weekend long.
Yeah, that won't be me running the race.
No, I was like, it's a good way to do that, and then we can, but see, the problem is we got to carb load the night before, so we can do the pizza thing.
I'm not running any K.
We got to figure that out.
No. I will walk 3K.
Okay.
I'm not getting up in the morning to run.
How about we have like the Later with Mo Kelly stroll, like the 3K stroll or 5K stroll?
Maybe if it's like second line, New Orleans style, but that's about it.
Okay.
I'm not. What do you know about that, Carnation? New Orleans?
Right. I was going to say, we got our own expert here in house.
Right.
MOLA, which is the Museum of Latin American Art, is free admission on Sunday in Long Beach. Lots of restaurants. Also, Rancho Days Fiesta at Heritage Hill Historical Park in Lake Forest. They will be having activities happening. Also, Steelcraft Garden Grove will have its own activities happening this weekend. But then if we're looking at San Diego, because I've got a couple of people in the chat. In fact, I was messaging back and forth. I used to live in Poway, North County as a kid. And so shout out to Kevin, who I think lives there right now. And
Let's highlight that. If you get in the YouTube chat, we will respond to you.
Yeah, exactly. So Kevin Garcia, who is an IEer, grew up in Moreno Valley, lives in Poway now. But he went to the same, lives in Poway now. Oh, lives by Twin Peaks, because Twin Peaks is the middle school I went to as a kid. So that's how
TV
close.
Show?
Oh, no. It might as well been, though. That was back in the day for at least the Southland and for San Diego. That could have definitely been it. But also want to check in on events that are happening down in San Diego. The Old Town Fiesta Cinco de Mayo, Gaslamp Quarter Block Fiesta is happening all weekend for San Diego. And there's just a lot happening. In fact, even Downtown Disney will have stuff. So, and that's all free $99. The vast majority of the things I've talked about are free $99, baby. That's how we like to make it roll. A lot of these also, again, will be having, if you're familiar, Revenge of the 5th tie-ins. So not just May the 4th and Revenge of the 5th, but you'll have Cinco de Mayo on top of it. It's a wild weekend. It's really a good time. So I love it. DK Fuel. What late night talk show did I host? Oh, in a good way. I appreciate that. But what's the late? Anytime during safe harbor time period, which happens between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., that's my jam.
Yeah, but seeing how you're doing traffic like 0 dark 30.
Oh, yeah. That was it for 18 years. So, that, and now I can be the night owl that I really, truly am.
You're a night person?
Absolutely.
How did you manage to do that?
I got paid for it.
I know, but still. Sometimes
it wasn't a lot.
I was going to say, there's not enough money for some
But I think that's it, is I really, and especially here with KFI and Coast, our sister station that I was on for a good amount of time with the Ellen K Morning Show, it was just so nice because I was able to connect with you long before Later with Mo Kelly being on YouTube. I was able to connect with you, and you could slide in my DMs on Instagram or whatever and check in on your traffic situation. But I was really, Eric Lazar was right. I never sleep, according to you as well. Eric Lazar on the chat talking about that.
I was like, yep.
No, I don't. And I think the funnier part is Stefan now officially has been alongside me and sees exactly how insane I am.
I want to shout out Trey Santiago. He says, this is on the YouTube chat. Here from KFI, this is a much better experience. 100. Look, I've been trying to tell folks, you got YouTube on your phone, you got it on your smart TV. You can enjoy both what we're saying and also how cute we look as well. Just go ahead and put us on YouTube. Carnation said, I'm not getting on camera.
No, the funny part is Debbie just asked, what's Carnation look like? So.
Carnation looks better than all of us.
She looks darn good.
I mean, she's just being shy. I'm being serious.
No.
Now she's on camera. There we go. That's Carnation.
Oh,
there we go.
Look at that stunning beauty. So
Carnation does not want any part
girl,
of the
you
camera.
look good.
She
Stop.
is like so
embarrassed. Carnation from New Orleans. She's just been out in Los Angeles for about the past 6 months. I'm telling all her business. So she's new to Southern California. We're trying to be on our best behavior. Trying to be,
but as we creep closer to 10 o'clock, it becomes less and less.
Right.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
And before we go, it's time for my final thought. And it's usually something that I've been thinking about either over the course of the day or even the course of the week, just something that's just been bumping around in my head. And this is about manhood tonight, or at least the idea of manhood. This country, the United States, is obsessed with the idea of manhood. I mean, completely obsessed. I'm not talking about actual manhood, but the idea of manhood. Social media will have people proclaiming that they're an alpha male, as if you put it on social media on your profile, that somehow makes it true. It doesn't, by the way. But I'm not going to run past that. Social media has been a huge factor in proliferating this idea of manhood. Social media has been a huge factor in why we have these keyboard warriors who dare to say anything and everything to complete strangers, be it sexist, be it racist, be it homophobic, you name it. And it's done with so much bravado, knowing that there are no real consequences. Nobody's going to slug you in the mouth if you at least say it behind your keyboard. And you wouldn't dare say it in person. But that's not real manhood. But social media is rife with random incels cosplaying as actual men. But it's not just that. It's in the social media discussions and challenges. Remember the man versus bear debate? Largely discussed by women until men just had to insert themselves and jump into the discussion. It started on TikTok, if I'm not mistaken, and dissected whether a woman would be more in danger being stranded alone with a bear or man in the wilderness. Mind you, it was a women's discussion, but men just had to put their 2 cents in and reaffirm their manhood and assert their dominance and, dare I say, mansplain to women even more, telling women that they were wrong. I remember I was reading the comments. But basically proving the point to every woman who chose to deal with the bear and not the man. This week, as we discussed earlier tonight, the social media debate has been whether 100 men could take down one gorilla. And if you read any of the discussions, there were plenty fantastical accounts, not only of men being able to prevail, but somehow men connecting themselves to the 100 men who would be successful. Imagine that. Again, this fantasy of the idea of manhood, supposedly less dangerous to women than a bear, yet more formidable than a gorilla. Neither is true, but let men tell it. We are the savior of women and America. The memes of Donald Trump, somehow hyper-muscular superhero, are never more than one click away. We've collectively, as a society, have been unable to get over this obsession with the idea, the caricature, the mythology of manhood. The problem with ideas, caricatures, and mythologies, none of them are real. I would just be happy to see men walk on the correct side of a woman when walking together on the street. Maybe stand when she enters the room and offer your chair, meaning at least publicly demonstrate some level of respect. There's that word again that we started the show with. Some level of respect for women. Start there. Real manhood has to do with how you treat women, from your mother to your sister to your wife. Talk about that on social media instead of trying to defend your gender in bear and gorilla conversations. Then we're getting closer to approaching real manhood. But here's the point. We're not concerned with real manhood, just the front-facing, two-dimensional, hyper-masculine movie trope. The whole quote, say what you want, do what you want, put women in their place, and not much else. You know, Andrew Tate, bro culture in 2025. For all the talk of how much we've supposedly evolved as a society, we're right back in 1979. Here's a clip from the TV show Good Times. It's almost like we went right back to 1979 thanks to a DeLorean at 85 miles an hour. Maybe that was when America was great. Maybe.
I went with Ilona to one of those meetings where women talk about their problems. You know, all that silly talk about trying to better themselves.
One of them women's groups? Florida, I'm surprised that you're wasting your time at a crazy ladies meeting like that. Look at you sitting here bumping your gums when you ought to be in there making dinner.
James, you asked me to sit down. I think you said enough.
Well, there's one thing I ain't got no patience with is women trying to push in and take over man's job.
James, that is not what women are after. stuff.
Don't tell me, Floyd. I see it every day. They're taking the food right out of our mouth.
I think you said enough.
Hey, woman, what's wrong with you? You don't tell me when to talk. So you done been to one damn meeting right away you flying in my face.
James, that's not what it's all about.
I'm gonna tell you, you've been driving everybody crazy running around here. Now you going to them women's meetings. I'm gonna tell you something Uncle Ed used to say, and maybe he was right. There's only 2 places a woman belongs,
Don't say
Florida.
it, James. James, don't say it.
Kitchen in the bedroom, Florida. The kitchen in the bedroom.
When you view it through that prism, then of course Pete Hegseth can be incompetent and risk America's security by using Signal to talk about classified and sensitive information with family and friends, because he at least does push-ups on camera. That's more important than anything else in America in 2025. The visual of a man being masculine, not competent, not protecting a spouse, but just the visual of being strong, the visual of being an alpha male. Because only in America in 2025 are we more concerned with being called an alpha male than just being a good old-fashioned grown-ass man. For KFI AM 640, I'm Mo Kelly.
Phone, car radio, smart toaster. We don't care how you listen, just that you do.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live.